So here's a super sad situation. Now this is a younger picture, I believe. I think, I don't know. Is that what 15-year-olds look like? But apparently this guy is going to get killed by smoke inhalation. There's going to be a police standoff. There's a building. There's an abandoned building. There's a guy that was wanted for a whole bunch of outstanding warrants. And I'm not for sure if it was a hostage situation or if the guy knew him. But we're going to presume innocence. Until they're proven guilty, we're going to presume innocence. So even though I can kind of see the situation going either way, so let's get into the details, okay? Police reveal New Mexico boy 15 died from smoke inhalation during SWAT raid that destroyed home. Albuquerque police were looking for 27-year-old Qiaunt Kelley. Qiaunt Kelley wanted on multiple charges. So this is published in People, July 11th, 2022. Law enforcement in New Mexico is investigating a SWAT incident in connection with the death of a 15-year-old boy last week. Preliminary reports from an autopsy show Brett Rosenau died from smoke inhalation. So RIP to Brett Rosenau. The Albuquerque Police Department said in a statement Sunday, Rosenau was inside a home in the southeast part of the city that was the scene of a SWAT raid last Wednesday night. In our effort to track down and arrest a violent criminal, a young person tragically lost his life, APD Chief Harold Medina said in the statement. So that's Keller, right? Tim Keller's the mayor of Albuquerque. I know many people in our community are hurting right now, and we appreciate everyone's patience. While the incident is thoroughly investigated, if any of our actions inadvertently contributed to his death, we will take steps to ensure that this never happens again. So they're looking for this 27-year-old Qiaunt Kelley. They say he violated probation for armed carjacking, stolen vehicle charges, and tracked him down at a home. So violated probation. So he did armed carjacking. That was the original charge, and then violated. He didn't go into court. So what? So Kelley was also wanted for questioning and related to a June 26th shooting death. An officer involved shooting on May 5th and a separate armed robbery being investigated by local police and federal law enforcement, according to a department press release. Wow, okay. So they're saying this Qiaunt Kelley, 27-year-old Qiaunt Kelley that was living in this abandoned. They think that he was he shot at an officer on May 5th, 2022, and he killed somebody June 26th. And so, all this just happened, 2 weeks ago? And then an armed robbery. So he didn't just, violate parole, which is what a weird fucking thing. Well, he violated parole, so we had to go. He's a fucking criminal doing a bunch of fucking crimes. It's not a parole violation. After an hours-long standoff in which officers used a drone to drop powder irritants to get Kelley and Rosenau to vacate the house, APD noticed smoke was coming from inside. Per the statement, as firefighters arrived, Kelley exited the residence with burn injuries and was taken to a hospital for treatment. Later arrested and booked into jail overnight on his warrants. Fucking crazy. So that motherfucker that they were trying to go after lives. That Qiaunt Kelley, 27-year-old Qiaunt Kelley lives. But for some reason, the 15-year-old, who knows why he was there, what was happening, what was going on. Is he an innocent bystander? Right? We're innocent until proven guilty. So let's, the most generous treatment, just, a 15-year-old walking by. This guy takes him in for a hostage. Get in here right now, or you get in here, And then he's, they're going to find Brett found dead inside the house. Full autopsy report showing toxicology COT results is expected to be released at a later date. There were protests against the cops for the killing of Brett Rosenau. Black Lives Matter signs. No matter what the circumstances were, a boy's life was tragically cut short, something no person or parent should experience. Mayor Tim Keller, he said, every life is valuable, da 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 da. Okay, so we share our condolences to all who know him and loved him. So, words, but we needed to protect and serve him, and so everybody failed him. Chief Medina also acknowledged the possibility that the devices used to introduce irritants into the home may have caused the fire. APD uses devices that are designed for indoor use to minimize the likelihood of igniting a fire. No fires have been reported in the many years. The blaze created by the SWAT response destroyed the home, displaced its owners, and killed a dog. What? Jesus Christ. I mean, they really fucked that situation up. The guy that they're chasing is in jail, right? So they captured him. But they burnt down the house, displaced its owners. So the owners were living there, and a dog was killed, and Brett was killed. I mean, you got the guy, and then what the hell is the guy going to get? 10 years or something? Right? Hell, he'll get out on his own recognizance probably, right? So, yeah, this is a big clusterfuck. This is a big shit show. I can understand. Yeah, okay, so let's, dailymail.co.uk. A teenage boy who Albuquerque police say was barricaded in a house with a murder suspect died of smoke inhalation when the home caught fire after cops fired munitions into the building. So R.I.P. to Brett David. R.I.P. to Brett David Rosenau, 15, followed by Qiaunt Kelley, 27, into a house in the 8100 block of San Joaquin Avenue Southeast about 10 p.m. on Wednesday. After police tried to take Kelley into custody on several outstanding warrants. He violated probation. Apparently, it's carjacking, right? He's charged with carjacking, was on probation. But they also said he was wanted for questioning in connection with the June murder and a shooting in May in which someone sprayed bullets from an automatic weapon towards the police. So they would find an automatic weapon somewhere, right? They were thinking that he just took an automatic weapon and just shot at the police like the police weren't shit, which is... This is scary. It said that Brett Rosenau ran into a home with the murder suspect. He was barricaded in there for hours before the home had caught fire. And it's got a picture. He's, here's with a parrot and him with a dog. Seems like a nice, gentleman. Nice, gentle person. Seems like a nice young man. It says it's unclear how Kelley knew the teen or if he even knew him at all. When cops arrived at the home, the two fled into the home. So, who knows? Investigators, maybe just smoking weed or something. Investigators later found, because it don't seem like, I don't know. Maybe he did get caught up in something. Maybe he did know him. But we're assuming he's innocent. We're assuming he's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, they shot and killed him, so now they're going to have to, run him through the mud and all this other shit to, pretend that what they did, we had to do it that way. You didn't have to do it that way. You didn't have to do it that way. The SWAT team used negotiators, drones, a robot with active powder irritants to get them to come out. They used a public address system, put a phone inside the house to coax the boy and the suspect out. Neither picked up the phone. Bizarrely, Kelley opened the back door momentarily and lay on his back as cops tried to get him to come out, but he did not cooperate. He sat upright eventually, and police tried to use a noise flash diversionary device to compel the suspect to come out. He opened the back door, lay on his back. Why didn't they arrest him right then and there? They find Brett dead inside. They arrest the guy. And the mother had said, I was not mentally, physically, emotionally, financially prepared for the phone call received this morning. As a mother, you never imagined that you would be attending your child's funeral. He was only 15 years old. She said also, I do know that Brett was not involved in the SWAT situation where he succumbed to his injuries of severe burns and smoke. So she's saying that he wasn't involved. He was just, walking to school, playing basketball, and basically is just an innocent bystander and is a hostage. That's the most generous. And even if you say he's like the most worst, let's say he was, smoking weed with the guy, that doesn't mean he's, caught up with every other thing that whatever that fucking guy's name was. 27-year-old Qiaunt Kelley. So there's some information about that homicide. Basically, it was a homicide. There's a dead 15-year-old who really didn't do anything, and that is some bullshit. You couldn't have waited because, even though it's a barricade situation and you never know what could happen with the so your imagination could